Hello, people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Hope you're having a great day today. Back with another video, this time with big news, amazing announcement. Arsenal and Newcastle have agreed for 80 million to buy Bruno Guimaraes, and I think this is massive. Massive for us. This is a big improvement on the team, what we already have. And in my opinion as well, this definitely sends a message to every single team in Europe regarding how serious we are on winning the Champions League next season and keeping that momentum to win back-to-back Premier Leagues. This is definitely a guy that's going to help us to rest Declan Rice until he's fully fit at the start of the season, because in my opinion, Bruno Guimaraes and Lewis Skelly are an amazing pair in the midfield area to help us not drop points and win games at the start of the season while waiting for Declan Rice to be back. Once Declan Rice is back, Guimaraes and Declan Rice are definitely gonna be beasts on the midfield area against every single team we play against. So this is definitely amazing, big news. The price tag, I'm gonna say we did it fairly well. 80 million, I think, is gonna be amazing for Bruno Guimaraes. I've said it before that I thought we were slightly overpaying due to his age, but to be fair, he's one of the best players in that position in the world at the moment. 80 million to give to Newcastle for that quality of player, it's great. So by the rumors and what people have been saying on social media, on Monday we're gonna have Arsenal is gonna have the medical for Bruno Guimaraes to finally join the team, and that's basically what we're waiting for before he's announced. Probably gonna be next week. So this is massive news, great improvement, and finally we're acting as a big club. I was speaking to one of my Chelsea friends, and he talked to me and said to me, finally Arsenal are acting big. Finally they're acting as a big club. And Mikel Arteta said it at the end of the season, we know now what it takes to win the Champions League. We need to improve. Finally, we are going for the big players, for big rivals, because Newcastle have been always tough against us, with the exception of last season. But we're finally buying the best players of our competition. And well, what also my Chelsea friend said was, you're finally not going for Chelsea rejects. And I think that's massive. Massive, because it shows that the team in general, the board of directors, the recruitment, they know that buying from Chelsea is no longer good enough. Has not been good enough. Nani Madueke came into the team, amazing doubts. I don't think he has been great at all. And then we talk about Havertz as well. And I think Kai Havertz, in my opinion, has been kind of, a miss, with the exception of the game that he played in the Champions League final. Sometimes he scores like very important goals for us, but we are still missing that prolific striker. I think Gyökeres is going to be that prolific striker in the future. Like this season, he needs to improve now. He needs to now show us why we are going for him as the main option this season. We're not going for other striker. But it's great to see that we're no longer going for Chelsea rejects, in my opinion. And amazing to see that we're going for Bruno Guimaraes as one of the main targets this season. It's been great. These are amazing news. Now 80 million for Bruno Guimaraes. On Monday, he's going to have the medical at the team, and then we're going to announce him, which is going to be a great for us, great addition, great improvement. And I think this is going to be very fearful to every single team in Europe, because now we are showing that we are acting as a big club, that we really want more than what we got last season. We only got the Premier League, which I think is massive, is important. My first Premier League ever watched as an Arsenal fan. And now we want more. We're not convinced with only one Premier League. And I have to give props to the manager and the board of directors as well, because this shows passion, aggression, and it shows that we want more. We're hungry for more. And well, we're going to earn big money next season if we get back-to-back Premier Leagues. If we reach the Champions League final and win it, I think it's going to be massive for the club. And we are on for great years at this football club. So Bruno Guimaraes is going to join the team. amazing to see that finally the deal is done, and we're only missing on the medical for him. So moving on to more news. Well, I'm going to show you that later. I'm going to go below first. Everton agreed to a deal to sign Norgaard from Arsenal, 7 million for him. This is kind of something that we thought was going to happen. Christian Norgaard, of course, wasn't used too much last season. In my opinion, whenever he stepped onto the pitch, he wasn't bad at all. It was just regular, normal. In my opinion, he was, like a bench player coming to help the team. I really doubt why Mikel Arteta didn't use him as much as I would love to, but, well, he decided not to play Norgaard a lot of games, and it makes sense that we're selling him. What pains me is that we got him for 50 million plus add-ons, if I'm not mistaken, and now the one season after we're selling him for just 7 million, so it's definitely a miss. We're missing money, we're losing money on this deal. Of course, I don't blame Everton for the 7 million. I don't blame Arsenal as well for just selling him for that price, because he barely played. And the treatment that he got at the team basically shows other teams that he wasn't good enough to keep that level. So, kind of tough, but nothing else we could say. Just one outgoing. Finally, we're selling another player. One player. I think Fabio Vieira also has to go. I would have taken the 25 million that Hamburg apparently were trying to negotiate with us. In my opinion, Gabriel Jesus also has to go. And if he doesn't go, he has to play left wing. And that's, of course, if we don't get Vini Jr., which I'm going to go on to that later. But we definitely need some outgoings. Reece Nelson, I would have kept Reece Nelson, but I'm looking at the game right now, Arsenal against Girona, and I think we definitely have to give a chance to Max Dalman to play attacking midfielder as he's doing right now, or play him at the right wing, because definitely we got something there. We got something special on that kid. So, yeah, in my opinion, Reece Nelson's got to go. Fabio Vieira's got to go. Gabriel Jesus got to go as well. And it doesn't look like we're really pushing for the outgoings for those guys. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens. But at the moment, the first outgoing is going to be Christian Norgaard. Thank you for everything you did at the club, the few games you played, the help you gave us to win the Premier League, and the mentorship that you gave to the players last season. That was very important for what the players spoke about and the manager. Very unfortunate that we didn't use him as much. I would have loved to see more rotation and see this guy play more games in the Premier League. But, well, we're not on the pitch, we're not on the training ground to find out why the manager decided not to play him that much. At the end, we won the league, which is the important thing. And we are now going for, of course, new signings that are going to improve us, like Bruno Guimaraes, to get more squad rotation, which I think is sensible, and something that we need if we want to keep this momentum going of competing for every single competition. So, thank you, Norgaard, for everything you've done at the football club. On to the big talk at the moment, Vinicius Jr., which I think this definitely puts us into a team that is finally going for important players. It's finally acting as a big club. And apparently, we spoke with Vinicius Jr. and his camp, and, well, the deal supposedly was approved by Vini, but he needs to speak with Real Madrid first. So the talk right here is Vinicius Jr. future entering crucial stage, talks in coming days over extension of Real Madrid, free exit in 2027, or join Arsenal now. So apparently everything is on the table for Vini Jr. He is the one that's going to decide what's going to happen to him. So we just have to wait. And if not, I think we definitely put on the line an amazing deal that supposedly was approved by his camp. And that's something you want to see. You want to see Arsenal doing bold moves and paying big money for players like him. Getting big money in terms of wages for players like Vinicius Jr. that are definitely going to improve us and help us win big trophies. So I really hope this deal happens because, in my opinion, he is one of the best 3 left wingers in the world at the moment, and that's exactly what we need to improve the team. I think him and Solis playing left wing are a sensible option, great option off the bench, and also a great option as the main guy in Vinicius Jr. Definitely puts us in a better spot that we're currently in. Martinelli has not been good enough in that position. I don't know what the manager plans to do with him. Maybe he's planning to add him onto the center forward position or you sell him. That's another guy that, in my opinion, we should sell. But other than that, going for Vini Jr. is definitely something that we need. Definitely something that the players will be excited about because shows everyone in the world that we're serious on competing in, and I cannot stress enough and talking about that because the position that we're in currently is that time in Arsenal's history to make bold statements, to pay bold prices for players like him, like Vini Jr. Because this, if we get this signing, definitely assures us to have at least 4 more years be at the top level at the club, competing for the Champions League, competing for the Premier League. We've been competing for the Champions League for the past 2 seasons. And if we add Vini Jr., Bruno Guimaraes in the team, definitely is an improvement overall as a team. Definitely shows that we are serious, that we want to win every single competition that we play. And definitely shows that what the manager says, well, he said last season, about knowing what it takes now to win the Champions League, and that he knew that we needed improvements, was true. That this type of bids, this type of negotiations, supposedly Vinicius Jr. was not going to leave Real Madrid. He wanted to negotiate with Madrid, but still, Arsenal went and said, look, this is the offer. If you cannot get a deal with Real Madrid, this is what we're going to pay. Just take it in consideration. The fact that we didn't walk away from that deal as soon as Vini said that he wanted to stay at Madrid says a lot. Because we beat Real Madrid a few seasons ago. We trashed them. They haven't improved at all afterwards. We reached the Champions League final the season after we beat them. And we lost because of penalties. And this guy want to be playing at the top level. The Premier League at the moment is the best league in the world. In terms of competition, in terms of overall teams. You can say everything about PSG beating us in the Champions League final. I agree. In my opinion, PSG are the best team in Europe right now. But that doesn't mean that the French league is the best in the world. In my opinion, the Premier League is the best league in the world. And this guy wants to be playing at the best possible level. He's 26 years old. Prime days are going to come. And we're basically saying, I know you want to stay at Madrid, but take this deal, take it in consideration. We're not going to go away. Just know that we're going to pay the price that you're asking for. Even more. The decision is yours. That's what big clubs do. That's something that tells us, the fans, tells the players, that we want to win every single competition that we are going to compete next season. And that's something, a dream for every Arsenal fan. After the shit years that we had in the past, now being able to make this type of offer to a star, a world-class player like Vini Jr. from Real Madrid, even though he wants to stay at Madrid, he's taken in consideration Arsenal for the offer that we put in. This is just great, and it shows us that Mikel Arteta, Andrea Berta, and the Cronkies are taking the club seriously. They saw what we did last season, and they want to keep improving from that, and that is a dream for every Arsenal fan. I know this transfer window has been slow. We've spoke about it before in recent videos, recent lives, where I said I would have loved Arsenal to be more proactive, but now we're acting as a big club. Maybe that's why they were taking it so slow at the start while the World Cup was in. Because at the end, we wanted to go for Vini Jr., we wanted to go for Bruno Guimaraes. players that are definitely going to improve the team overall and help us reach that Champions League goal, because in my opinion that has to be the most important competition next season, because we have never won it in our history. If we achieve that, the biggest trophy in club's history, the biggest trophy at the club level, if we reach that, it will be a dream for us. So definitely great to see that finally we are acting as a big club. We're not going for Chelsea rejects, we're not going for Liverpool rejects, Man United rejects, we're going for the big players in other leagues, the big players from Newcastle, guys that definitely, if they leave the club that they are currently at, it's gonna hurt that team. If Vini Jr. leaves Real Madrid, it's gonna hurt Madrid. Bruno Guimaraes now leaving Newcastle, they're in a tough position right now. That's what we want. We want to buy players to make other teams look worse and improve ourselves. And that's something that definitely Arteta, Bertra, and the Cronkies are currently doing with the business that they are trying to get done. So definitely great. Then other rumors out here is that apparently we're deciding what to do with Waneri, whether to keep him, give him a loan, or sell him. So apparently we are requesting at least 35 million. In my opinion, very underpriced. He should have go for at least 45 million. That 10 million can do a difference for next businesses. So definitely, I think it's an underprice for Ethan Waneri. He has played. I'm looking at the Girona game right now. He has played. In my opinion, he looked sharp. He looked good. Max Dowman has been playing as an attacking midfielder, which is something that we have to mention. Max Dowman is definitely a guy that is going to. We definitely have gold on that player. I just watched him play. He scored a goal. He gave an assist to Havertz in the first goal. Definitely, Max Dowman is going to have to play next season. He's going to be he has to be taken in consideration for Mikel Arteta, because that guy is pure talent, is pure gold. And in my opinion, that's something that we also have to do with Waneri. Waneri has to stay at the team. He has to be playing as an attacking midfielder option and also a right wing option. He has to stay. If this season he doesn't work out, then we sell him next season. But I genuinely think it will be a mistake if we let Ethan Waneri go. But apparently the price tag is 35 million for him, underpriced as well. So I don't know what you guys think. Please leave a comment. But in my opinion, Ethan Waneri is going to have to stay. He has to stay. Don't sell him this season. We need him at the team. And yeah, well, possible lineup right here. If we take a look at this is definitely a dream. Having Vini Jr., Gyökeres, and Saka, one of the best striking teams, best attacking teams that we've had in recent history. And I think something that really affected Gyökeres last season was that he always had two defenders on him. All the attention was on Gyökeres. If you add Vini Jr. and a healthy Saka, Victor Gyökeres is going to be able to get more spaces to get goals, to get the ball, make shots, and score more goals than what he did last season. He had a rough season and got 21 goals in all competitions, which I believe is great. And if we add Vini Jr., if we add a healthy Saka, I think this is going to help Gyökeres to even score better goals, more goals. And definitely this team is potential Premier League champions again, and also Champions League finalists. So Royce, Odegaard, Guimaraes, Calafiori, Gabriel. We know Saliba is injured. I don't know what the team is doing right now to assess that injury, because we definitely need someone else to play in that position to cover for Saliba. Mind you, in my opinion, Saliba is the best defender that we have in the team, and I think we have to get someone of similar quality to Saliba to reassure that until he gets back, that spot is going to be properly covered. So we're going to have to see what Arsenal does with the Saliba's injury situation, and also who we're going to buy or get to help that empty space. Mosquera is a good option, but I genuinely think we need someone else. Timber, And then we take a look at the midfield. Definitely a big improvement on Rice, Odegaard, and Guimaraes. Saka, Gyökeres, and Vini Jr. In my opinion, the best possible team we could ever ask for in recent years. Probably one of the best Arsenal teams I've seen in my years of being an Arsenal fan. So definitely great to see that we are going for serious businesses and serious players that are going to improve the team and help us reach the ultimate goal of the Champions League. Other than that, people, well, Solis has scored the goal. Hopefully I'm not going to get copyrighted. This is the pass that I was talking about on Max Dowman. In my opinion, as the tweet says right here, he's going to create a lot of headache for Arteta next season. He's going to be looking to push for a place in the starting 11. And I think a dream for every single manager is to have a headache on who to play. And also, the fact that if Max Dowman keeps that level and he plays beautiful football, having Max Dowman off the bench is definitely going to help us to win games that are going to be very close. I don't mind a 1-0 win, 2-1 win in the dying moments if Dowman is going to help us. Like, we need to have players off the bench prepared to help the team win games. Come off the bench, help us with an assist similar to this, a goal or whatnot. Those headaches of players playing at the top, having Max Dowman playing at an amazing level, are definitely what Mikel Arteta and Arsenal need to keep that momentum going and win competitions. Then, well, Christos Solis has scored the goal. Let me just see. Well, I hope I don't have like copyright strike after all, but this is the goal. Nice to see that we have a player that is able to challenge the defender and take a shot. We've missed something like this. Martinelli used to do it, doesn't do it anymore. He's been kind of a shadow of his former self. And now we're adding Solis, which, as you can see, no deflection, by the way. If you see the replay, slow motion and everything, no deflection. But it's nice to see someone that's going to take on the defender and take a shot in that area of the pitch, which is something that we've missed before. And the important thing, at least a shot on target, which is, every shot on target is dangerous. The goalkeeper might have made a mistake or something like that. Every shot on goal is dangerous and can end up being a goal. So nice to see that we have a guy that takes on defenders, takes a shot, and as we can see, that's why he scored. At the moment, Arsenal are winning 4-1 against Girona. Max Dowman has scored, Gabriel Jesus has scored, Solis and Havertz the first goal. But, the news that we already spoke about, Arsenal started to sign Bruno Guimaraes on a 5-year deal. Maybe this $108 million per time sport. So another Brazilian added to the team, one of the best midfielders that we can buy at the moment. So a big improvement. And yes, Max Dowman, as I mentioned, what an amazing player he is, definitely. That's the goal that he scored. Nice to see that we have a guy, another player, that is not afraid to carry the ball and take a shot. He's definitely going to be a big headache on who to pick for Mikel Arteta next season, and that's great. Something that every single manager, player, and fan dream about. Having issues on picking the starting 11 because everyone is playing at the best level. But yeah, guys, that's basically the news that we have currently. If I find out about anything else, something like confirmed news, I'm gonna make a video, I'm gonna add it, and I'm gonna just try and speak about the truth. I made a mistake on the Jan Diomande. Well, actually, Fabrizio Romano did. I trusted him. Apparently, the talks are ongoing with Madrid and Jan Diomande, and I think that has to do also with the pressure that we're putting on Vini Jr. So hopefully, we're gonna end up having Vini Jr. and no FFP rule is gonna be broken. Apparently, we're in a big spot to get this guy on the team, which is amazing. But yeah, guys, please like, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on another video. Bye-bye, people.